Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone this morning? So good, I hope. So good. I am so sorry that I was late arriving to class today. Holy smokes. I am so sorry. So, let me get myself all situated. I got myself all in tizzy because I was late. And you know what? It was a stupid reason. It's always a stupid reason, isn't it? I was just commenting on a bunch of things on Facebook and just lost track of time. I kept thinking, oh, I still have this many minutes. What can I do to fill up this many minutes? And then I got myself in a situation. I am so sorry. So we'll go over a little bit today. So if you are brand new here, I would greatly appreciate it if you've made sure that you followed and liked and Corbiere-Scott Designs on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and then ask to join Stitch Along with Anne Corbiere-Scott. Stitch Along with Anne, and then Anne Corbiere-Scott Designs Facebook group. That's a big distinction. And today we have a brand new art printable that is available always on the first of the month. I have new art that goes up, and today is well, I can't think of the word I'm trying to say, but it's oh my gosh, my poor noggin. I stayed up way too late last night. Jeff's out of town, and you know I always stay up late to make myself pass out. Anyway, just like every month, I have a brand new art printable on the first of the month, and this one is called February Blossoms. Remember, because blossom is our word for the year. Oh, and it's available on AnneCorbiereScottDesigns.com. Okay, so this is February Blossom. Okay, so here's what my thought was. So each month you'll get another art printable that will support our choice of blossom for our artsy, our one little word of the year. So today is art journaling day, and I was talking to Carm last night. Do you see how my letters keep coming off here, and I have glued them and re-glued them. So I think I'm going to need to cover it with packing tape, maybe, because it's right on that fold. I don't know what I was thinking. Whatever. Anyway, so I think I'll cover it with packing tape, but not before, not before I start our next page in our art journal. So this was page number 1, and page number 2 is going to be with the artwork from February Blossom. So I've already, and this is just on copy paper, so I've already coated it with transparent watercolor ground, and it's completely dry. But I want to utilize some of those papers that we created on Monday on National Bubble Wrap Day. So I want to create some, let me find the whole stack. I wanted to create some backgrounds with the bubble wrap pages. So I've got a couple of options here. So I'm going to pull out all the bubble wrap ones. I think I might want to do something with this. Not sure. There's bubble wrap, bubble wrap, bubble wrap. Let's put that one over. Bubble wrap. Bubble wrap, I love that one. That one. That one. There we go. Okay, these are the ones that, oh, wait a minute. I have this yellow. I have that purple. I have this. Look at this. So much. Oh my gosh. Okay, so these I'm going to set aside. Okay, so I'm feeling like, because I have this page over here that has, remember we cut out we did some fussy cutting on the edge there. So I'm feeling like, let's make this a 2-page spread because I just think it might be, I'm going to love it. I'm just kind of feeling that vibe. And I really want to showcase this funky edge. So I know that I have these two. So I think I want to use these two as my pages, right? As my base. So here's the thing. So I'm going to run these through my Xyron and then stick them down. But remember, I need to cut this one because I stuck washi tape. So know that this is a very cool thing to do with your washi tape. So I stuck washi tape down. I stuck the Roy G. Biv washi tape down on this page, right? So I really want to make sure that I highlight that. So I have all kinds of things that I want to incorporate in this 2-page spread, including this artwork. So let's just get started, shall we? So I'm going to get my Xyron out. And I'm going to, so you see I have the 9-inch Creative Station. I'm just going to run the whole thing because remember we're going to use all of those bits and bobs on a master sheet. Remember we started a master sheet last week? So each week we're just going to add to it. I just got to get that. There we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, so let's crank that through. One. Now let's do the other side. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right. All right. So I want to stick these down. Oh, and it got a little wrinkled, but that's okay. So I like to give everything a little rub before I peel off. Right? I'm going to peel off the little protective film. And then I'm going to start peeling it and sticking it down in my album. My art journal. Well, I can't find the master sheet that I started. Who knows what I did with that? Oh, I'm sure it's in a pile around here. So we will just start another because you can't have too many, I don't think. So let's just get a clean sheet of paper. Oh, we could use this sheet of paper. So I'm going to peel this up. And we'll just put the excess on here. Okay, so let's peel that up. Okay, so this one's going to be a little bit tricky because we have the washi tape on the edge, right? So let's go here. We want to line up there. And then I'm going to try and go as smoothly as possible toward the center. I don't know why I'm getting so crinkly, wrinkly down here. There we go, there we go, there we go. Just gonna rub out those wrinkles. take my X-Acto and peel off the excess. Xyron takes just a little bit to to permanently adhere, so you do have a little bit of play, but a little bit of wiggle room. So let's get that down. Right? We're going to take, remember the other day we took our bone folder and kind of jammed it down. Right? So then let's peel that up with our, let's snip that part off with our X-Acto. And I'm going to stick this back down to the carrier sheet until I'm ready to do whatever I'm going to do. And then we're going to turn this page, well, let's see. And trim off. And stick that down to the carrier sheet. So now I'm going to take a little minute to use my bone folder to really stick that down, to really get some good adhesion. I'm just trying to really work it into the spine. There we go. Oh my gosh, look at it. I'm going to take my bare end. That helps a lot. And really smooth that out. It's going to be bumpy and, you know, I'm fine with that. Okay. Oh, look at it. I'm loving it so much. Okay, this one's going to be a little trickier. So here's what I'm kind of thinking. I need to lay it down on here and then flip it and then fussy cut around is what I'm kind of thinking. All right, so let's peel it all back. And I want that to really butt up next to there because I cut it a little bit with my X-Acto and I want this extra piece of paper to really form a nice bond there for me. So let's peel this back. There we go. And we'll just start to... Well, I saw your message too late, Keels. I always put watercolor ground on everything because you never know what you're going to do. So I promise, Tam, it won't kill you to put watercolor ground on every page. And then you always have the option. Everybody take a drink. Okay, so now I need to fussy cut this. So that's going to take a little bit, but it won't be too bad. And then we're going to stick everything down here on our master sheet. And I'm sticking all these bits and pieces. Oh, shush up, Tam. You make me laugh. No, I suppose you don't need it for this one. I don't want to have to call you lazy, Tam. And don't think I'm really calling her lazy. She's my friend and I can get away with that. she knows I'm teasing her. It's what we do, isn't it, Tam? So I'm just going to carefully trim around. I love you too. How was Atlanta this morning? Oh, good thing I have 2 carrier sheets, because now I have a whole bunch of oddly shaped things. Right? I find that if you're doing something like this, I find if I come in from the side and just make shorter snips instead of trying to do it all in one fell swoop, that makes a huge difference. So, did everybody see that Miss, I couldn't figure out a way to do the spinny thing on that random, I don't remember what it's called. It's an app that picks random winners. And so, and I don't know how to, I couldn't figure out a way to do it live. So I did it, and then I put everybody's names in there, and then I spun it, and then I screenshot the winner. I know there's probably a way easier way to do that technology-wise. So you know youngsters would be like, oh my gosh, why did you do that? You could just push this and blah, 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 blah. You know how they do. You know how they do. So I'm just going to continue to trim off this excess. There's one chunk. This is going remarkably quicker than I thought it was going to go. All right. Almost there. Turn, 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 turn. Don't try and make things more difficult on yourself. Right? Let's see. Turn this way. There's one with this little tiny bit. Hey, I heard the coolest thing. I thought, oh my gosh, we totally have to talk about it. I just knew, I go, oh, my girls are going to totally want to talk about this. Okay, so I was listening to Mending Beautifully, as I always do, and she was talking about the, sorry, I've got to get in this little spot. She was talking about, gotta get my notes out, modeling behaviors. And so she was talking about how, you know, we're all aware that we have to model behaviors for children, that they're always watching, and that they, everything we do and how we behave and how we handle things, right? They're watching. But she said, oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. So I'm going to smush this down, whoops, with my Baron. Just get one. Okay, are we all ready for it? Oh, so excited. See what happens when I turn the page. Gotta trim that a little bit right there. Okay, ready, ready, ready? Stop it! Oh my gosh. I'm in love with this. I'm in love with this. Look at this. Like, and as luck would have it, the darker side is on the left with the organic-y edge. And so I think that's really cool because that makes it pop, like just that little bit more. So now I'm going to start to think about what else I want to do, how I want to build my page, what colors I want to choose for my flowers, and how I want to do my artsy collage, and then how I want to do some lettering on here. I'm not exactly sure. So I want to ponder that for a minute. So while I ponder that, I'm going to, oh, I found it. You guys, I found it. Remember, this one had just this little bit of type on here. So I'm going to fiddle around with laying some of these pieces down while I kind of think about what colors I want to do my flowers. So let's just start putting some scraps down on this master sheet. And I like to do all the things. I like to do all the funky shapes, all the, like sometimes I cut them out, sometimes not. And here's the thing about this is I can take bits and pieces from this master sheet. Oh, what is under there? Yeah, better. I can take bits and pieces from this master sheet once it's done and make a piece of fodder for that same art journal page. Because remember, it's never all the way done. I also have these. So I have these stamps that Debbie Pack sent me on some package or something 100 years ago. And I wanted to incorporate them somehow. I have these. I have... You know, I always have little bits of junk. And I just feel like the, let's put it right here. I think these are Christmassy, but I don't care. Right? It's going to be, it's going to be, like, there's going to be so many other things going on that I got to get that little piece of brown paper off. Okay, I have that one. And I also have, oh, you know what? Let's put a little bit more. Look at, I have this super, super long one. Let's put that just like right in the center. Ooh, that's perfect because look at it. Just butts right up there. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And that Xyron makes it pretty much perfect. Okay, and now I have, so, oh, I have this little bit right here. So we could do, so sometimes I like to, so if I have little bits and places that there's an opening, I like to fill that in with a little bit of mark making. So I have this little funky shape right here, and so I'm going to come in here with my micron, and I'm going to outline that shape. And then I'm just going to fill it in with lines. we go. So you can fill in like funky shapes with some pen work. And that just fits right in. I promise. There's going to be so many other things going on here that I promise you're not going to notice that hardly at all. I wanted to also get my matte medium out and do this piece of tape. So let's do I wanted to make sure I shared this. I mean, I've done this a bunch of times, and I've, like I said, I wrote an article about it in Strawberry Moon magazine. But for those who've never seen it, I'm going to take just plain old matte medium, and I'm going to coat the front. And let that dry, and it doesn't take long at all for it to dry. And then I'll flip it and I'll coat the back, and then you'll see what I'm talking about, how it makes it almost like paper-like. So let's set that aside. And now I still have these bits and bobs, and so I could continue to put them on the same piece of paper, which I think I kind of might, because then I have some other ideas of what I want to do with this art printable, or excuse me, this master sheet. So I'm just going to stick them down like kind of randomly, but build from where I am. Okay, I have this little funky piece. Let's put this guy right there. And I'm still thinking about my colors for my flowers and labels and such. Oh, I'm kind of digging that idea. And part of me is thinking I might, what do you think of this idea? I might cut out some, let's see, cut out some pieces of another art paper, and let's see, and add those to this. I think that might be kind of cool. I mean, here's the thing. Your art paper can be your art paper. It can be whatever you want it to be, right? So I have these little pieces of pink. I think that might be kind of cool. I have this funky little heart. I think that might be cool. I have some more little pieces of pink. I just know it. There we go. There we go. There we go. So look, I even saved this because, you know, I'm insane. So how cool would that be, right? I could make master sheets all day long. They're so fun. Okay, so I like that, the shadow, but I'm thinking, do I want this like right there beside it? That's kind of cool. Or do I want it way down here, like on another whole area of the art printable, or of the master sheet? I don't know. Or maybe I want to do it this way. Do you know what I mean? A whole different direction. I don't know. Let's do this piece. Hi, Sammy. How are you this morning? How is Michigan this morning? So I wanted to once more remind everybody to be on the lookout for the Super Bowl interactive art printable that will come out on Super Bowl Sunday. And then we get to watch the Super Bowl together. I love that idea. Okay, what am I going to do with this, you guys? Yeah, I know. Can I tell you, I remember when I was just back home and we were in the zoo, and those first few days were so gray. And I was like, Jeff, this is why I moved away. This is the reason. Right here. The grayness. It just got to my disposition, you know? Okay. I love having all these different projects going at the same time. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to pull my packing tape back down. Check on its dryness. It is not. Let me set that back up. Okay, so I have this. So that's so funny, Valerie, because I know it's coming toward me. I know it's coming to me from you. So this morning, when I put Solomon out, like about 5, maybe 5:30, it was blue skies and sunny. And now I just looked outside and it is very cloudy and a lot of dark clouds. So I know it's coming. That's for sure. So now I want to build this out more because I really want to incorporate it into my, this 2-page spread. Because I have a lot of real estate, so I want a lot going on. So I have this piece in here that has remember we made a stamp with bread wrapper, the little tags that go on the bread. Remember we made this in one of the stamping classes. I remember, like, I really want to, because it's that same pink, I really wanted to incorporate this a little bit more. But I really love the organic vibe that I've kind of got going. So I know this is crazy. I want to bring up I know this is crazy, you guys, and it's like so much, it is a lot of work, but I'm kind of feeling like I want to. Is that too bright to you guys? I want to cut this. Oops. With my X-Acto knife. And you know, it will not be exact, but it'll be close. I'm trying so hard to not push very hard, and I'm not pushing hardly at all. And so I'm getting resistance. And I'm cutting through like layers of paper and layers of paint. Okay, let's see if I can peel it up now. Yes, sort of. Let's do this side. See. You know what? I'll just fussy cut the line I already have cut. I have kind of a, what do you call that when you, like a pilot hole? I have kind of a pilot line. And I know this isn't going to be perfect, but it will be close enough. And there's going to be, and remember, I can fill in all of those gaps with pen work or, I don't know, whatever I kind of, whatever's kind of feeling right. So this turned into kind of a master sheet class. And that's not what I intended originally, but I'm kind of getting there. Wait a minute. There we go. Don't you love it? Okay, let me turn that off. There, don't you love it? I just love all of the contrast and, you know, funkiness. So I'm going to continue on that vein with those things. And now I'm thinking. I have my colors for my sheet. I want to do oranges and pinks to kind of vibe with the pieces that I've already done. So let's see, what do I have that I haven't used in a while? Oh. Art crayons. Okay, so I have two things of art crayons up here. So this is all of my Neos and my Woodies, and I think I even have some Staedtlers. And then this is all of my Tim Holtz watercolor crayons. Not crayons. I think they call them watercolor pencils. Okay, right? So 3 new sets just came out, and I saw that yesterday, and I was like, oh, you know what? I have a bunch of those. Let's get those out and use those again. There, do you see how it's starting to turn like that? That matte medium totally took the shine off, and now it's quite matte. And then we're going to do the other side, and it's going to be paper-like, and that'll be a fun piece of fodder that we can add to anything. Okay, so I'm going to pull this down. So here's all of, I wanted to play with this color. And what orange do I have here? Oh, nobody needs anything, Keels. But if you go to Joggles, and I don't get any kind of a, kickback or anything with this, but Joggles has them for a greatly reduced price. Just so you know. Okay, I'm going to put those away, and then I'm going to pull out some of my Neos. So most places have them for a little over $25, and Joggles has them listed at 21 something. So that's pretty decent discount. So this is looking like it's going to be a 2-weeker because I have so many big ideas where I want to go with this and what I want to do. And I just feel like this art printable is just like ripe with possibilities. I have so many big ideas in my noggin. So I'm just pulling some colors out. Greens and oranges and pinks. Because that's kind of the vibe that I'm going for. So let's... I'm going to pull... I have a cup of water here, and I'm going to grab a paintbrush. I think I'm going to use this little filbert. It's the cutest. Look at this teeny tiny filbert. It is a number 4, but look at the, I just love that size and I love that shape. And it'll be kind of fun to play with. So what I'm thinking is that I want to incorporate a whole bunch of these things, right? Well, I do, the thing I like about, I mean, there are certain distress color things that I don't use. I don't use their paint very much, and I don't use like mica and that kind of stuff. That's just not my vibe. But I do use my distressing pads and my oxide pads and these, I will say. Because this is kind of way more my vibe. So anyway, everybody take a drink. Okay, so I kind of am feeling like I want, I think I want the center pink and then, excuse me, orange and then go out to pink. Predominantly pink, but way blendy. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm kind of vibing. Oh, so I started telling you something, and then I got off on a tangent. Imagine. So Mending Beautifully was talking this morning about modeling behavior and how we are conscious of how we model behavior for children, that we know that they're always watching. And so everything we say and do and how we behave is all, they're seeing it, and then they will pick up on that. But she said we need to really think about adults and that we influence other adults in the same way. So I'm going to do the wet on. So I'm just dipping my crayon in my water. I'm going to come in here, just get some color down, and then outline that with another a deeper orange. Right? Wet my brush. Grab a paper towel. Tap off. And then just work to blend those together. Yeah, that's making me happy. Pull off any excess pigment. And this is looking kind of marbly, and I'm kind of here for that. That's kind of making me happy. Anyway, she talked about how we should be aware of that we're kind of an influencer in our own circle, right? So I'm just going to put a little bit more of this brighter, lighter, kind of mustardy yellow. I'm kind of digging that. Anyway, she talked about how other adults in our circle are going to watch how we respond to things, what we value, what we say, how we act, what we talk about, what we don't talk about, and that all of those things that we put out in the world normalize things for others. So we need to make sure that whatever we're putting out aligns with what we want to grow in the world. And I just thought that was that just spoke to me this morning. Like it just really, it was kind of right there for me. Like I was really vibing with it this morning. So what I'm going to do, maybe I'll do the orange in this right here. And I'm just going to pull little bits of that into the petals, and then I want to do the rest of the petals pink. So I just want to have that start at the base of each of the petals. This is what I'm kind of feeling today. But you know, you do you. You do yours however you're feeling this morning. Clean my brush. And now I'm feeling like, let's start out with a lighter pink and then go out to a deeper pink. Oh, I'm so glad, Sammy. I'm so glad. So I'm just going to do bits of this, like just getting some of this pink down, dipping my crayon in the water. There we go. I was just thinking about when I was making this month's art printable, I was just thinking about how blossom has so many meanings, right? So when you are looking up the word blossom online, there are many kind of definitions. So I kind of rolled them all into one to create our definition up here. It's a blossom is a flower, right? But it's also the flower of a seed plant. And it's to flourish or thrive, to develop good, attractive, or successful qualities. I just thought that just kind of spoke to me, and I felt like what a way for us to set our intention for the year 2024 than to blossom into it. That we're going to blossom into 2024. So I'm just getting some color down here. With all this, with my art crayons and of all kinds. Okay, look at it, so pretty. And I feel like I want this to dry all the way before I come in and zhuzh it up a little bit. Everybody take a drink. Because I want this to be quite mixed media-ish, and so I'm going to come back with my colored pencils and maybe my gel pens. I have all kinds of big ideas. And then, so I'm going to continue to prepare all of my elements. And then next Thursday, we will assemble our artsy assemblage. So I'm going to set that aside. And now I'm going to bring this back, right? So this is the one we just did in Monday's class. I showed you how to pull up all that excess acrylic paint, because don't waste color, Tam. And then we're going to take our matte medium, set that aside. Let's take our matte medium and pull it up here by this washi tape that has some color on it. So I'm like, ooh, what else could I do with that? I want to do more on that. So oh, that's not matte medium. That's watercolor ground. This is matte medium. Okay, I'm going to take this. I just like to have, as I create things, I like to prepare them for their next iteration. Who knows what that next iteration is going to be? Do you know what I mean? Who knows? But as much preparedness as I can create beforehand, then I have, you know, I think I want to just going to put some of this create some cool visual interest there. And I didn't prep this washi tape at all, so we'll see what happens with when it dries, you know. Kind of digging that. Then I really wanted to get some salvaged patina because that's almost exactly that color. And I thought, oh, that might be kind of cool. The thing about these watercolor pencils from Tim Holtz, they're hard. A Neo 2 is softer. So when you come in, like the color kind of melts into whatever we're creating a little bit easier. But I have so much wet on there. The greens aren't even showing up. But look at how pretty that is. Ooh, I can't wait to put that down on my page. All right, so let's come back. I'm feeling like I want to do some of these, like maybe this Born Blossom. Maybe I want to do that greenish in the scent, that kind of that turquoisey aqua kind of color in the center of this, and then do a color on the outside, like pinks or oranges or something, yellows on the outside. And then these are created to fit inside of these. So you could create these as just bits of fodder, or you can build with them in your artsy assemblage. But I'm feeling like I'm going to wet this. Gonna carefully color in all the little nooks and crannies of this stamp, this Born to Blossom stamp, because we were all born to blossom, weren't we? Oh, Maria Shriver had a cool thing on online too. Dig that out. Finish this first, and then we'll talk about it. So she talked about, are you living a half a life or a full life? Are you truly living a full life, or are you just walking through life? I don't know that there's a right or wrong answer about this. Hello, Miss Winner. How are you, Renata? So happy for you. I will send your gift certificate after class. She said, if you do feel like you're living a full life, bravo, and keep it going. But if not, it's time to fill the rest of your your life. It's time to fill the rest of your life. Find out what inspires you, heart and mind. And it's time to make the most of our time on earth. And I think sometimes we need to remember that. We're only here for a short time. And let's make the best out of it, you know? And you know what? I just realized I should have made that pink. Wow. I just realized that. Time to become a whole part of what makes you, you. Come on. How amazing was that? Amazing, amazing, amazing. So this is starting to dry, and it's going to be quite paper-like, but also see-through. So I think that's going to be a cool part of our assemblage too. Oh, whoops. Oh, let's do our comfort book. I think I want to keep doing what we've been doing, where we just pick a page and continue to blossom through 2024. Here we go. River. People talk a lot about flow, work flow, musical flow, yoga flow, life flow. If we are stressed about something, we might be advised to go with the flow. What does this mean? In Siddhartha, Hermann Hesse's novel about one man's spiritual discovery, Hermann Hesse, he writes, "The river is everywhere." The story is indeed partially centered around a river. The central character, Siddhartha himself, aims to live his life near a river that provides him with spiritual inspiration. The voices in the river teach him acceptance and spirituality. On the edge of suicide, he falls into a deep sleep and is saved by the soothing voice of the river that helps him discover a spirituality he'd never known. Later, the river teaches him that time is an illusion and that all his problems and pains are part of a larger fellowship of nature. Individual events mean nothing by themselves, but are part of a larger totality and can only be understood within the whole. This is what the river teaches him. For me, the flow of life is about accepting things as part of something bigger, accepting every molecule of water as part of the river. This comforts me when I have moments of torment or suffering. Pain is selfish. It demands full attention, but each moment is part of a totality. Each moment is a brushstroke in a painting. Let's say a painting of a river, which, when we stand back, can be rather beautiful. I've had moments of pain so strong I wanted everything to end. But standing back, they're just shadows accentuating light. Oh, man. That was a good one, wasn't it? Man, oh, man, oh, man. I loved that one. So maybe, how am I doing on time? I got a little bit longer. So you can start to see how this is starting to, the matte finish is really starting to create that paper-like vibe. So I'm just going to continue to create bits and pieces for our artsy assemblage that we'll do next Thursday. So I want you to do the same. I want you to start to paint your bits and bobs from February Blossom, and then really consider like looking for things that are within those same color schemes. Like, look, I have two things here. I have this piece of washi tape that I painted on top of, and that's the rounded squares, which I love that vibe. And then this piece of packing tape that I'm going to incorporate somehow. I have some stamps, and not like the stamps that we stamp with. I have these funky stamps that I think Gold Bell. So dig around in your old stuff. Dig around in your, oh, I have this ticket. Stop it. That might be cool too. Let's keep that out. Oh, and I have another one of those stamps. Get you a little box of junk. Oh, there's another one. What else do I have in here? I have some, I'm looking for anything that, oh, this is from the Art Printable that has all the tickets on it. I think that might be, is that number 7 maybe? And I had painted that for something, so let's pull that out too. Oh, I have this piece of washi tape that I painted, and I stuck down on a piece of copy paper, and I painted with, I don't even remember what. I don't know, but come on, that'll be something cool too, right? Like all those bits and bobs are going to be the perfect accompaniment for our artsy vibe from our February blossom. I feel like I want this to be pink too, maybe. I really want this to be pink along that edge. So I'm going to take my Tim Holtz. I started to watch, did I tell you already that I started to watch Black Cake? But then, you know what, Shelly came in from work. Jeff and I had watched almost like a whole episode, and Shelly came in from work, and she always wants to talk about her day. I get it. And so I was like, never mind, we'll just start this. We'll just start this later. So be sure to go out and get your February Blossom Art Printable and start to create all kinds of components for our next. You know what? I'm gonna fussy cut this anyway, so I can go over the lines. We're gonna create all kinds of for our artsy assemblage. Just start creating all kinds of bits and bobs. I think maybe that one I want to be orange. This center could be orange too. I like to repeat things. So if I use that color, so like I use that pink once here and then once here. Ooh, lime green, good idea. I have so many friends that that's their favorite color. Keely, Lori. Oh my gosh, I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Ooh, so let's do this one with the lime green, but let's do a couple of lime greens. Let's get that going. Sammy, yours is lime green too. Ooh, good to know. So I just want to get some color down here. But I want it quite blendy, so let's... I want to bring some of this crushed olive in here too. I feel like that might add like just that little bit of something, something. I'm liking that, how it's all kind of funky colors. Oh, Valerie, that's funny. Okay, everybody take a drink. I know we're over. I know we're over. Sorry, you guys. So, your assignment for this weekend is get your February Blossom Art printable printed on copy paper, coat it with watercolor ground, and then paint your pick a bubble, one of the bubble wrap pages for your base that we did on Monday. You can make a 2-page spread out of it, or you can make just a 1-page spread. Try edging some of your pages in your art journal with my washi tape, because we'll be doing some fun stuff with that too. So just so you know. And continue to work on your master sheet, right? We have bits and bobs to fiddle around with on that too. So I have all kinds of things that I want to incorporate. So you have lots of homework this weekend. February Blossom Art Printable, and then gathering bits and pieces that will support whatever your color palette is, and your master sheet, and a bubble wrap sheet for your background on your page. So start to, work on your vibe, and we will fiddle around with it again next week. We will build our artsy assemblage. So go out and have a wonderful weekend. Be sure to open your email tomorrow, open your newsletter. There's always something cool in there. And I hope the sun shines on your face this weekend. I adore you all. Thanks so much, everybody. Talk to you soon. Bye.